Hi everyone, today I'm going to review the Kobo Clara HD e-reader. This is a device with a 6-inch e-ink display. So this device, it's made for reading books, novels, although it can read a lot of other things because it supports a lot of file formats. Anyway, this video is going to be a bit long, so if you want to save time, you can check out the text review that I have already written. The link is in the video description below. Just to give you the bottom line up front, this device, it supports OverDrive, which is connected to public libraries over the world. So if you want to, you can borrow books, ebooks from your local library, which means you will not have to spend money to buy books ever. If that sounds good to you, this is a device you can consider getting. First of all, a disclaimer, this is actually a review unit provided by the company, but I do have to return this. I only agreed to review this because I'm interested to find out the differences between this versus the Amazon Kindle, which I bought with my own money. So both are e-readers, both have 6-inch e-ink display, and both have front light, which I'm going to show you later on. So the design of the Kobo Clara HD, it's a very clean and simple design with rounded edges. It's made of plastic throughout. Has a nice weight to it. It's very comfortable to hold in one hand. It's quite thin, so you can bring this around very easily. On the back, there is this nice texture. There is no mention of its resolution, but the pixel density is 300 ppi. So all the text that you see here, it's very sharp. It's as sharp as printed text. In fact, I think the text on the device is sharper compared to the printed guide. I am not able to see any pixelation from half arm's length away, and you can customize the text as well. Just tap somewhere in the center and click this icon here, and you can change the font size, the font, the line spacing, margin, and even justification. So I'm just going to leave this as it is. There is this anti-glare coating, but you can see the anti-glare is not aggressive, so even with light reflecting off the surface, you can still see the text easily. To flip the pages, you just have to tap on the display. Tap on the right side to flip forward and the left side to flip backwards. There is a page marker at the bottom, and if you want to see how much time it takes to finish the chapter, they also have that information. Just tap on this little icon here and it will tell you how much time you need to complete this chapter or even the book. This device has light that allows you to read at night, so to turn on the lights you just have to swipe the left edge up. Color of the light can also be changed, so you can make it more white or warmer. The battery life can last for weeks. To charge this, you have to use the micro USB port here, and this is also the same port to use when you want to transfer files onto the device. The power button is just here. This device has 8 GB storage. For storing ebooks like this, which are just text files, you can store more than thousands of ebooks on this device. I'll just put the list of file formats that are supported right here. You can read comics as well, but reading comics on a 6-inch display, I find this to be too small. So this is best for reading novels, for reading basically text. The Amazon Kindle file format is not supported. Not surprising. This is the official accessory for the tablet. It's actually a flip cover case, so it doesn't add much weight to the device, and it also doesn't add much thickness to it. This texture here is some sort of a leather-like texture on the front and also on the back, but the insides, this part here, this is actually hard plastic. This product is called slip cover, so when the cover is closed, it's going to put the device to sleep, and when you flip it open, it's going to bring back the latest page that you were reading earlier. This is priced at 50 Singapore dollars, which to me feels kind of pricey, but you can go with other cases. There are third-party manufacturers that make cases for the Kobo Clara HD. You may not even need a cover or case for this, just that when you throw this into your bag, make sure there are no hard objects that can press against the display. Having said that, maybe having a cover across the display is going to protect it. This product has been out for a few years and there are a lot of reviews you can find online. This is the home screen for the Kobo Clara HD. So here you can see the books, the recent books that you have read. It also has recommendation for books based on the books that you are currently reading. If you tap here, My Books, you can see the books that are available on the device, books that you have downloaded. And click here, Discover. So for Discover, it basically recommends to you certain titles based on Kobo's recommendation and also based on OverDrive recommendations. There are many e-readers out there. Some of them are even cheaper compared to the Kobo Clara HD. The main reason why you may want to buy or why you may want to consider this specific model is because of OverDrive. OverDrive is basically a platform that allows you to connect to your public library, assuming you have a membership with your public library. And with OverDrive, you will be able to borrow books. You will have access to basically unlimited variety of books. So to search, you just have to use the on-screen keyboard here. This is touch sensitive, so you just have to type. Right now I'm actually searching the Kobo store, so all the titles that are going to be appearing, all these are available for sale. And now let me show you the beauty of OverDrive. So I'm going to do the same search. This time I'm going to search OverDrive, which means I'm going to search the library that I'm connected to. And these are the titles that are available. So notice this little button here that says borrow. So instead of paying to buy the book, you can actually just click here and it's going to connect to OverDrive, which is going to connect to the library. It's going to download that book to the device. It's going to tell you how long you have with the book, so you can only borrow for a maximum of 20 days. How long you can borrow the book will depend on your library's restrictions. So now you have access to this book without spending extra money. Okay, the text is kind of big, so let me just reduce the text. Once you're done reading the book, you just have to tap this three little dots here and tap return, and this will return the book to the library so that other people can borrow it. There is a limit to the number of copies a title can have, so when all the books are borrowed, you won't be able to borrow that book anymore. So for example, with this title, instead of borrow, it says here place a hold. Basically, it puts you on a waiting list. And when the book becomes available again, it will download it for you. Popular and more recent books may be more difficult to borrow because they are popular. So you will have to put yourself on the waiting list. And while you wait for the books to become available, you can check out other books in your library. So OverDrive, this is an incredible feature for readers, for you. Publishers, I don't think they like OverDrive. In fact, I think publishers, they complain about OverDrive. But the thing is, publishers, they are actually paid by the libraries for licensing all these books. This is not piracy. This is legitimate. Alright, let's compare this with the Amazon Kindle. So the main difference between these two is actually with Amazon Kindle, you will have access to the Kindle store. This is mostly for buying books. They have integration with Goodreads, which is basically a book review website, but with Goodreads, you won't be able to borrow books like with OverDrive. This is basically a book recommendation feature. Goodreads is kind of useless here. I mean, if I want to use Goodreads, I will go to their website to check out the book reviews. In terms of value for money, even though this is more expensive, the official retail price for this is actually US $99. The cheapest Amazon Kindle you can find at the time of this video is US $79. Here in Singapore, it's priced at 200 Singapore dollars. But now that I know this product exists, I probably wouldn't go for the Amazon Kindle. Because when you have OverDrive here, you have access to all the books you can imagine. So even if the Amazon Kindle is, let's say, 50 Singapore dollars, it's still worth it to spend the $200 to get the Kobo Clara HD because it has OverDrive. By the way, OverDrive is also available on tablets, phones, and computers. So it's available on iPads, Android tablets, iPhones, Android phones. So what's the difference between reading using these devices that you already have versus reading on an e-ink e-reader? Well, if you read a lot, if you read for long periods of time, reading on an e-ink display, it's going to be easier on your eyes. The reading experience on an e-ink display is going to be very similar to reading text on paper. When reading on LCD display or on AMOLED display, I find that my eyes, they get tired more easily, whereas with reading on an e-ink display like this, I can read for hours without eye fatigue. So that would be one main difference. The other difference would be with phones and tablets. These are very capable devices. There is a lot of distractions. So while reading, you can check emails, you can surf the web, you can do social media. There is a lot of distraction. If you have good discipline, then that's great. But if you don't have that level of discipline, if you need concentration, then getting an e-ink display like this will minimize distraction and allow you to read more. So is this worth the money? Here in Singapore, it's 200 Singapore dollars. It's a bit pricey compared to other e-readers, but it has OverDrive. So if you think about that, it's worth the money because you don't have to spend any more money to buy books ever. So yes, it is worth the money. Right, if you guys have any questions regarding this product, let me know in the comment section below. I hope this video is helpful. See you guys in the next one. Bye!